because it's up and it changes, you can still see. Right.
No, it wasn't that cheap. It was a couple of months. It was
I know, I see it, 659.
I don't remember it all. But it was, you know what, it is what it is.
Good evening. Welcome to the City of Warring Planning Commission meeting. It's now 7 o'clock on April 20th, 2026. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Come on, machine. Commissioner Ansar. Commissioner Holavati.
Present.
Commissioner Hoag.
Present.
Commissioner Douche present. Commissioner Maury is absent. Commissioner Bonecki
Present.
and Chairman Smith.
Present. I need a motion to excuse Commissioner Ansar, Commissioner Maury.
I make a motion to excuse Commissioner Maury and Commissioner Ansar.
I support it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved agenda. Item 4.
Okay. Approval of agenda. Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda.
Support, Mervinecki.
There's a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Bonecki to approve the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 5, approval of the minutes of March 23rd, 2026.
Chair, I make a motion to approve the minutes of March, what date was that date again? 23rd.
I support it.
There's a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Hart. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I don't see our ex officios. They're probably in another meeting. So, it's number 6, public hearing items, 6A.
6A, site plan for open storage of pallets and 2 shipping containers to store sheet metal parts and metal tubing located on the north side of 10 Mile Road, approximately 191 feet west of Bunnert Road, 14219 and 14201 10 Mile Road. Section 24, Nancy Morrow, American Fan and Blower, Tom Joycey, American Blower Supply, PSP 260006, postponed from February 23rd, 2026 and March 9th, 2026.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Is the petitioner here this evening? Good evening, sir. You can come up and tell us a little bit about your project.
Yes, my name is Jeffrey Graham. I'm a project architect. We're with Chemtech and Associates. I'm here with Tom Joysley from the company that from the client. He's a client's representative. What we're doing is they needed to add some additional storage because they're fairly busy. They're extremely busy right now. So we're going to like to add a couple of storage pods to store mechanical equipment and ductwork. What they do is they build equipment to handle dust and in industrial settings, and their business is taken off. And so right now it is. So temporarily, we'd like to put those storage pods in there, but we don't know how long we're going to keep them. And then also, adjacent to the building, we have racks for the equipment that comes in, and once they built something, they put it on the racks for removal to be shipped out later. The city, we've been working closely with the planning department. They've come up with a number of recommendations, including additional parking, expanding the driveways from 20 feet to 30 feet. There's 2 of them, and building a curb, because initially the curb was never built on the street because that was a driveway for another piece of for the adjacent piece of property. So that was never built, but now we will finish it. I mean, we're talking 20 or 30 years ago. It's been staying like that, and then we'll add a concrete skirt alongside the street. And we will be doing everything that the planning department has asked us to do.
Thank you, sir. Correspondence?
Correspondence, taxes, current. Engineering, we offer the following comments. 1, combination of both the parcels is required to conform with the site plan. 2, two-way entrance drives must be 30 feet wide at the property line. Radii should be a minimum of 20 feet. Drive approaches shall conform to Michigan Department of Transportation Standard Detail R29J Detail M. 3, Macomb County Department of Roads approval and permit required for all work in the 10 Mile Road right-of-way. A copy of said permit must be provided to our office. Police, the Warren Police Department has reviewed the submitted site plan and does not foresee any issues at this time. AT&T does not object to the proposed storage plans. We do have facilities serving the building, but they should not be affected. Comcast, we have no conflicts with the proposal, but we have aerial and underground facilities in the area. Macomb County Public Works Office has reviewed the site plan for the project referenced above and has determined that proposed site disturbance is less than 1 acre and will not require a stormwater review from this office. If a no objection letter is required, please forward your request to Wesley Jonick at macombgov.org. That concludes the correspondence, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Planning Department's recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The recommendation is as follows. It is recommended that the site plan for open storage of pallets and 2 storage pods be approved with the standard conditions of the Planning Commission. And more specifically, number 1, 5 copies of revised site plans shall be submitted indicating the following. 1A, add all previously approved variances except the variances approved on November 10th, 1993 to be completed site plans. 1B, the site plan approved by the Planning Commission on December 6th, 1993 scales to a 20-foot wide building setback to the east property line. The site plan provided for the current project indicates a side setback of 18.21 feet. A variance may be required to retain the building setback to the east property line. 1C, the site plan indicates a front setback of 48 feet 5 inches along 10 feet along 10 Mile Road, and 50 feet is the minimum required. However, per section 17.02 subsection A2, it states, in an M2 zone where a front yard has been established by the majority of the existing buildings in a block, all buildings hereafter erected or altered shall conform to the building line thus established, provided no building in an M2 zone shall be required to be set back further than 50 feet. Provided further, however, notwithstanding any provisions to the contrary, in M2 zones, yards fronting on a major thoroughfare as defined in the master thoroughfare plan for the city of Warren, or front yards facing residential district, shall be 50 feet. There are residential homes located across 10 Mile Road, along Melody Road. A variance may be required to retain the existing setback. 1D, update the plan to meet the ADA requirements when 30 parking spaces are provided. 2 accessible parking spaces per ADA requirements shall be provided, 1 being van accessible. 1E, the parking lot shall adhere to engineering standards for drainage and stormwater collection. 1F, the proposed 12-inch wide, 6-inch high continuous concrete curb shall be provided from the east edge of the west driveway east for approximately 55 feet and abutting the existing parking area. 1G, the Engineering Division recommends that both driveways shall be widened to 30 feet. Planning staff concurs and the site plan shall be changed. Update the east driveway on the site plan. 1H, the petitioner seeks approval to not provide a trash enclosure as the dumpster will be screened in the rear of the yard behind fencing with opaque slats. Condition number 2, 2 parcels identified as 13-24-380-013 and 012 shall be combined into one parent parcel. An application shall be submitted to the planning department requesting approval of the combination. Condition number 3, the following variances may need to be obtained from the Zoning Board of Appeals prior to the release of the site plan to the Building Division. And that is 3A, to retain the existing building setback 18.21 feet from the east property line. 3B, to retain existing building setback 48.5 feet from the front, that's 10 Mile Road property line. 3C, to construct the new parking lot, that's 9 feet from the front, 10 feet, excuse me, I keep saying it, 10 Mile Road property line. And we'll go here, 3D, to construct the new parking lot on a gravel surface. If approved, the variances shall be added to the revised site plan. Number 4, condition number 4, performance bond, the amount of $60 be posted according to the estimated cost of $2,000 by the petitioner. There is a note, there are a couple of notes here. The planning staff believes that the proposed bond amount is too low, given the fact that concrete curbing, parking lot changes, including new hard surfacing and landscaping are part of the improvements. The new estimates shall be provided closer to $33,500, resulting in a bond in the amount of $1,000. Note number 2, the Planning Commission currently retains a performance cash bond in the amount of $3,500 as a guarantee for site improvements. The $3,500 cash bond was posted in 1994 by the previous owner. Planning staff recommends releasing the bond as the new owner will have a new bond for the current project in progress. And so with that, Mr. Chair, the recommendation is submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Worth. This is a public hearing. If anyone would like to come up and speak on this item, please state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak. Seeing none, we'll turn it over to the commission.
Chair, make a motion to approve with discussion.
I support it, Mr. Chair.
That was a motion by Commissioner Holoway, supported by Mr. Hawk. Discussion?
Okay. To the petitioner, can you please step forward? Good evening, gentlemen. Okay, you heard all these new recommendations, and I think I heard you say earlier you have no problems with any of them now?
That's correct.
Since-
Yep,
Because I do recall that we had met with you about a month ago, and there was some discussion about the parking situation, and you were able to work that out?
yeah, they basically, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we basically looked over what we needed to do, and putting in a parking lot would be beneficial for everyone.
Okay, thank you. I relinquish the floor.
Anyone else like to speak on this item?
Mr. Chairman, will the maker of the motion also add in that we, the $3,500 cash bond from the previous owner be released as part of the motion?
Yes, I forgot to mention that, Commissioner Ducey, I
well-
forgot to mention, yes, those two.
It's not on our bond releases,
Oh.
so therefore it has to be released, and we'll have to come back under bond releases.
Okay. Because I was, okay, thank you.
Got to do that separately?
Yeah, we'll do it separate,
Okay.
because if we look at our bond releases, it's not under bond releases. If we're gonna release the bond, we need to do an appropriate area. It's just a note saying that it should be released, but we're not doing it right now. Okay, okay. Anything else?
Oh, no, I'm done.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So are you okay with the increased bond amount of $33,500 with the bond of $1,000?
No problem at all.
No problem with that? Okay. So we'll note that you okayed that. I noticed the 2 shipping containers, they are on the side of the building in the driveway. They had moved them into the back corner,
Correct.
so I saw that they had moved those. Last time I was out there, they were still there, but when I went out this past time, I saw they had been moved to the back.
Correct.
Yeah,
So-
we were asked to move them because they could be seen from 10 Mile. Now they can't.
Right. If you look real hard, you can see them.
Yeah.
All right, sir. That was a motion by Commissioner Holowati, supported by Commissioner Hawk. Roll call.
Commissioner Holati,
Yes.
Turn your mic on.
Commissioner Holt,
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Dujay, yes to approve. Commissioner Bonacki,
Yes to approve.
and Commissioner Smith.
Yes to approve. Good luck with your project, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 6B.
Site plan for parking lot expansion and open storage of shipping containers and miscellaneous construction materials located on the south side of 11 Mile Road, approximately 186 feet west of Bunnert Road, 14220 and 14240 11 Mile Road, Section 24, William Dirks Management LLC, PSP 260016.
Good evening, sir. You want to tell us a little bit about your project?
Yes, my name is Tim Story. I was Story Engineering, the engineer representing the project. So it's three existing buildings on, it's actually 4 parcels, but the 2 applicable parcels are parcel 14220 is the address, and the other one is 14230. We previously had approval on some outdoor storage on parcel B at the bottom. What they're proposing to do, as you read, was they've got some outdoor storage that they need to get on an approved site plan, so we're showing that on the site plan. And they realize that they really need some more parking, so then we're proposing some additional parking at the north end of the property. It's about 20 feet south of the right-of-way line.
Thank you, sir. Correspondence?
Correspondence. Taxes are current. AT&T has facilities in the vicinity, but they should not be affected by the proposal. AT&T does not object. Comcast, we have aerial and underground facilities in the area, but we have no conflicts with the proposal. DTE Electric Company has reviewed the site plan for parking lot expansion and open storage of shipping containers and miscellaneous construction materials. DTE has no objection to this request impacting 14220 and 14240 11 Mile Road, Section 24, per the site plan provided. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call me at 586-783-1978. The Macomb County Public Works Office has reviewed the site plan for the project referenced above and has determined the proposed site disturbance is less than 1 acre and will not require a stormwater review from this office. If a no objection letter is required, please forward your request to Wesley Jonick at macombgov.org. Prior to construction, a soil erosion permit may be required from this office. Contact our soil erosion department at 586-469-5327 for more information regarding same. MDOT, the site appears to have work in MDOT's right-of-way. Any work, water main taps, sanitary sewer taps, drainage, and driveway modifications in MDOT's right-of-way or changes to the drainage system that may impact MDOT's storm system will require a permit. Please let me know if you have any questions. That concludes the correspondence, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Planning Department's recommendation?
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. The recommendation is as follows. It is recommended that the site plan for parking lot expansion and open storage of shipping containers and other miscellaneous construction materials be approved with the standard conditions of the Planning Commission, and more specifically. Number one, 5 copies of revised site plans shall be submitted indicating the following. 1A, add the Zoning Board of Appeals approvals from August 13th, 1975 and July 13th of 1977 to the site plan. 1B, provide the dimensions for each storage area on the plan. 1C, review and update the total square footage for each proposed storage area. The outdoor storage area amounts differ between the site data chart and the notes on the plan. 1D, add the setback dimension from the new parking areas on parcel A and parcel B to the north. That's 11 Mile Road property line. 1E, add the cross access and the parking easement legal description as provided in the new cross access agreement, Exhibit D, to the site plan. 1F, provide 4 new trees in the front lawn areas, 2 on each side, on each parcel A and B located approximately 20 feet apart. Suggested trees include shadblow, serviceberry, eastern redbud, choke cherry trees, and Japanese lilac trees. Condition number 2, the following variances may need to be obtained from the Zoning Board of Appeals prior to the release of the site plan to the Building Division. And that would be A, to retain the building on parcel A, that's 14220 11 Mile Road, 3.9 feet from the west property line and 32.44 feet to the east property line. Number 2, that's 2B, retain the building on parcel B, 14240 11 Mile Road, 31.24 feet to the west property line and 23.43 feet to the south property line. And finally, 2C, to continue new parking to construct new parking 20 feet from the north 11 Mile Road right-of-way. The minimum front yard setback in an R1P zone is 25 feet, and that's parcel A. If approved, the variances shall be added to the revised site plan. And condition number 3, a performance bond, the amount of $540 shall be posted according to the estimated cost of $18,000 by the petitioner. There is a note, the planning staff believes that the proposed bond amount is too low, given the fact that additional landscaping is part of the improvements, resulting in a bond in the amount of $1,000. So with that, Mr. Chair, the recommendation is submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Worth. This is a public hearing. If anyone would like to come up and speak on this item, please state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak. Seeing none, we'll turn it over to the commission.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve this item with the recommendations of staff.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I support it.
Okay, hold on real quick. Your motion should address whether or not you're amending the bond amount, because it's just a note by planning, it's not actually on there, and so.
And we will modify the bond amount per the recommendation of staff.
$1,000, yes, I support it, to increase the bond amount.
There's a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Mr. Hoke, to approve with discussion and amending the bond amount to $1,000. Discussion? Seeing none. Good evening, sir. Come up, please. I thought we were gonna have a lot more to talk about. Everything looks pretty good. I went by there and I looked at everything. The only concern I had was on a couple of the storage containers in the back of the building to the east, had some pallets up on top of it. And those, you can't stack pallets on top of those shipping containers, so if you get a good wind or something, they may blow off. So you need to make sure you don't stack anything on top of those shipping containers.
So I actually, by chance, I had spoken with the planning department earlier today and heard that that was the case. And I spoke with the owner, and he said that they would have that taken care of tomorrow.
Very good, sir. Thank you. All right.
There was one other thing I wanted to mention was with respect to in the letter that they got from MDOT, it's not, there's no proposed work on the MDOT right away, so just want to make sure that was clear.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That was a motion by Commissioner Tuesday, supported by Mr. Hoke.
Yes.
Roll call.
Commissioner Dushay, yes. Commissioner Hoke,
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Holovati,
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Bonacki,
Yes to approve.
and Commissioner Smith.
Yes to approve. Good luck with your project, sir. Have a good evening. Item number 6C.
Site plan for 2 building additions, outdoor deck, relocation of dumpster enclosure, and facade improvements to existing Buddhist temple, located on the southwest corner of 10 Mile Road and Warner Avenue, 2690 10 Mile Road, Section 30, Nung Hyong Vietnamese Buddhist Association of Detroit, PSP 260015. Are we sure, is that the southwest corner? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Commissioners.
You want to tell us a little bit about your project?
Sure, my name is Navar, and I'm representing the applicant. This project is an update to the site plan that was previously approved in January 2024. The revised proposal is actually smaller in scope. We're proposing 2 additions, a 780 square foot expansion to the main worship area on the north side, a 264 square foot entry vestibule on the west side. Both are single-story conditioned spaces. In addition, we're adding a non-conditioned exterior deck on the west side and updating the building facade all around. These facade improvements will increase the exterior wall height and will allow for higher ceiling space in the main worship area. But again, this is not a second story. Total building size will be 6,076 square feet. We're also reconfiguring the parking lot layout on the south side of the site and relocating the dumpster enclosure to the southwest corner. The project requires 54 parking spaces. We are providing 65.
Thank you, sir. Correspondence?
Correspondence.
Turn your mic on. Mike.
Taxes current. AT&T does not object to the proposed additions and changes to the property. We do have facilities on the property and in the vicinity. We do not expect them to be affected. If any conflicts arise, please have the petitioner contact me to discuss options. Excuse me. Comcast, we have aerial and underground facilities, but we have no conflicts with the proposal. DTE Electric Company has reviewed the site plan for 2 building additions, outdoor deck, relocation of dumpster enclosure, and facade improvements. DTE has no objection to this request impacting 2690 10 Mile Road, Section 30 per the site plan provided. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at 586-783-1978. The Macomb County Public Works Office has reviewed the site plan for the project referenced above and has determined the proposed site disturbance is less than 1 acre and will not require a storm waters review from this office. If a no objection letter is required, please forward your request to Wesley Jonick at macombgov.org. Prior to construction, a soil erosion permit may be required from this office. Contact our soil erosion permit department at 586-469-5327 for more information regarding same. That concludes the correspondence, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Planning Department's recommendation.
It is recommended that the site plan for 2 building additions, an outdoor deck, the relocation of the dumpster enclosure, and facade improvements to the existing Buddhist temple be approved with the standard conditions of the Planning Commission, and more specifically, number 1, 5 copies of revised site plans shall be submitted indicating the following. 1A, the plan indicates several sheds, 6, along the west property line within the side yard setback. The sizes and uses of these sheds shall be indicated on the site plan. Per Macomb County aerial imagery and the surveys completed by Neil Tonmacher, professional surveyor engineer in 2022 and 2025, the sheds were not on the property at the time of the first survey. The petitioner shall indicate if all the sheds are necessary, the dimensions, and the use of each. 1B, indicate the existing trees planted east of the building in the setback area and planted between the sidewalk and street curb. 1C, indicate the existing and proposed site amenities within the front yard setback along 10 Mile Road. Provide an enlarged view of the front yard area, which includes the hard surfaced areas, the meditation areas, ponds, statues, etc. Number 2, 2 copies of revised elevation plans shall be provided that show the entire proposed second floor. Number 3, parking spaces abutting a property line shall be a length of 19 feet for a 45-degree angle space. It appears the applicant may be using 4 feet of a raised walk area located on the property to the south, the Public Storage Company, which abuts this parking area. A cross-access agreement may be required if one is not existing. Provide a copy of an existing agreement to utilize the 4 feet of property to the south. This document shall be approved in draft format for form and content by the city attorney prior to it being recorded at the Macomb County Register of Deeds. Number 4, the following variances may need to be obtained from the Zoning Board of Appeals prior to the release of a site plan to the Building Division. 4A, to permit the 6 sheds within the 20-foot side west setback. 4B, to retain the concrete area constructed up to the front 10 Mile Road property line. And C, indicate the proposed site amenities with the front yard setback along 10 Mile Road. A variance may be required from the Zoning Board of Appeals for any new site amenities. If approved, the variances shall be added to the revised site plan. Number 5, the current project under review, which is PSP 260015, was submitted after meeting with the project professional representative. Upon approval of the new site plan and when the new bond is paid, the old project, PSP 230040, approved on January 8th, 2024, shall be requested to be withdrawn. Number 6, a performance bond in the amount of $28,500 shall be posted according to the estimated cost of $950,000 by the petitioner. Note, planning staff believes the bond is too high and recommends a bond in the amount of $15,000. And this ends the recommendation.
Thank you, Ms. Michelle. This is a public hearing. If there's anyone who'd like to speak on this item, please come forward, state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak. Seeing none, we'll turn it over to the commission.
Chair, I make a motion to approve with discussion.
Mr. Chair, I support it.
There's a motion by Commissioner Holloway, supported by Commissioner Houck. Discussion?
Yes. Can the petitioner step forward, please? Good evening, sir. Yes, I've driven by that place, and it is a very beautiful place, the way they are maintaining it. But I just have a couple quick questions. What about the sheds that was notated in 1A? Are you going to be needing sheds, or, because that wasn't notated in the site plan?
Good evening, Commissioner. The owner has agreed to remove all 6 sheds.
Okay. And now, as far as point number 3, the rental place next to you, as far as a cross-access agreement, it was noted. Have you talked to them? Is there any problems with your neighbor?
Yes, the adjacent property's owner resides in the state of California. We'll be entering a cross-access agreement, and we'll provide that.
Oh, okay, so no problems then. Oh, that's good. Nice to see everybody's working together.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. I relinquish the floor.
Anyone else?
Mr.
like-
Chair.
Go- Commissioner Hoke?
Okay, Mr. Applicant, are you able to talk to Planning Department about all the recommendation?
Yes,
Okay, so are you guys okay with this, all the recommendation?
yes.
Fine, okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to speak? To the petitioner, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I had a question. When I was looking at your drawing, you say there's no second floor. But when you look at the drawing on the elevations, it looks like there's another set of windows up above the lower level, which to me would support a second floor. But when I looked at the job, the way the roof comes down like an A-frame, there's no windows in there. So are you bringing those sides up so you can put the windows in there and then redoing the roof?
Correct. We're not adding a second floor. We're just increasing the height of the wall to increase the ceiling in the worship area.
So you, okay, so you, but it still had the windows that it's gonna show at the top?
Correct.
Okay, that was confusing me, because when I saw windows up above the other ones, I'm thinking, okay, got a second floor. But they don't have a second floor, they're just going to raise it up so it gives more light, more height in the temple.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now it makes sense.
We actually added that comment after speaking with the architect today, who indicated there are some existing offices on the second level. Are you able to confirm? No, I'm not sure if I can ask him the question, but that's why we added it, because we spoke with the architect, and so we included that comment that was made in our meeting this morning about a second floor, because the original elevations did not show existing offices on the second floor. So
Okay.
that's why we updated that comment.
All right, thanks, Ms. Michelle.
You're welcome.
To the petitioner, can you come back and comment on that, please?
Yes, sir. The existing building has a second floor office on the west side of the building, but we're not adding any second floor in the proposal. That's existing.
Okay, okay. But the windows will still go up higher for that area, right?
These windows will be on the east side of the building. The office she mentioned is on the west side of the property.
But I'm saying is that whole side is gonna extend up. It just in the area where you have your worship, it's just gonna be higher walls with the windows, but that side will still come up higher also, so it'll all line up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. I had a question about the sheds, but you're gonna remove those, so I guess that's about it. So that was that's a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Mr. Hope. Roll call.
Mr. Chairman, are we lowering the bond?
Oh, no, hold on.
Okay, yes, I make the amendment to my, that we lower the bond as noted by our planning department. I make that amendment to my proposal.
To $15,000,
Right,
15,000.
just for
right,
the record.
lowering it.
Do you still support?
I support it, yes.
Okay. All right, Commissioner Holovati,
Yes.
Commissioner Hoke,
Yes, to approve.
Commissioner Benecki,
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Dusha, yes to approve, Commissioner Smith,
Yes to approve with the amendment of the bond to lowering it to $15,000.
very good.
Item number 6. Oh, okay.
Item
Number
number,
7, correspondence, seeing none. Item number 8, old business.
old business. Minor amendment for addition of storage shed to existing Planet Oil Change building located on the northeast corner of Van Dyke Avenue and Farnham Avenue, 27612 Van Dyke, Section 15, Anthony Rea, Fairmont Properties LLC, Reham Sarut, Ornamix LLC, PMA 250001.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Good evening.
Good evening.
Can you state your name and address for the record and tell us a little bit about your project?
Sir, my name is Riham. I'm the architect and the applicant for 27612 Van Dyke Avenue. We're here to apply for a minor amendment for 300 square foot storage shed that has been added to an existing Planet Oil Change building. The site itself is non-conforming on its existing condition, and we are proposing some site alterations to make the site more compliant. Some examples of these alterations would be closing the south approach on Van Dyke, updating the landscape area, and updating the enclosure, dumpster enclosures.
Thank you. Correspondence?
Correspondence, taxes, current. Engineering, preliminary review of this site yielded no comments from the engineering division. AT&T does not object to the storage shed addition. Comcast, in response to your utility request for the above project, please refer to the attached map for the location of Comcast CATV/fiber facilities. Aerial cables are highlighted in orange for fiber and yellow for coax cable. Underground is highlighted in blue for fiber and green for coax cable. If we can be of further assistance, please feel free to contact us by email at cccutilityrequests@teamsigma.com. DTE Electric Company has reviewed the minor amendment for the addition of storage shed to existing Planet Oil Change building impacting 27612 Van Dyke Avenue, Warren, Michigan 48093, Section 15, and have determined that there is no objection for the site plan provided. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at 586-783-1978. MDOT, this is outside of MDOT right-of-way, and we have no traffic concerns. It looks like it's already been built, actually. That concludes the correspondence, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Planning Department's recommendation?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The recommendation is as follows. It is recommended that the site plan for a minor amendment for a 308 square foot storage shed addition and alternative trash enclosure to an existing Planet Oil Change building be approved with the standard conditions of the Planning Commission, and more specifically, number one, 5 copies of revised site plans ASP-2 shall be submitted, indicating the following. 1A, the zoning of the property shall be provided on the site plan and listed in the site data chart. The zoning of the property is as follows. C2, General Business District, the east 50 feet of the property, and P, Parking District, the west 100 feet of the property. 1B, the parking requirement shall be provided in the site data chart. The parking required per section 4.32 subsection 20 of the ordinance, of the zoning ordinance, is 1 parking space for each 500 square feet of floor area. 1C, the dimensions and bearings of the property per the survey shall be provided on the site plan. The words property line along all of the property lines shall be removed from the plan. 1D, a small location map shall be provided on the site plan. 1E, the site information notes located on the existing plan, that's ASP-1, shall be added to the proposed site plan, ASP-2. The proposed site plan is the plan the Planning Commission will approve as it shows the proposed addition. 1F, the proposed utilities and notes pertaining to closing the southwest driveway on Farnham Avenue, located on the plan sheet C-05, shall be added to the site plan, sheet ASP-2. 1G, a note shall be provided stating open storage of materials shall not be permitted on the site. 1H, concrete bumper curbs shall be indicated setback 5 feet from the north property line for each parking space. 1I, planning staff recommends planting either white spruce or Norway spruce instead of the Colorado blue spruce. Even though the Colorado blue spruce is not on the invasive list, they are not recommended either, as they're susceptible to fungal diseases due to the humid climate in Michigan. 1J, a note shall be provided stating all landscape areas shall be automatically irrigated. 1K, a note shall be provided stating all lighting on the site shall be shielded and not encroach upon abutting properties. The light fixtures, pole, and base shall be no higher than 20 feet as measured from the top of the light fixture to the bottom of the base at ground level. All glare shall be eliminated from all light fixtures. Upward directed lighting shall not be permitted. 1L, show existing and proposed utilities on the site plan. 1M, indicate the existing guardrail fencing along the north property line. Include the height and if it is to remain or be removed. I do believe that we're fine with it remaining in place. Condition number 2, 2 copies of revised proposed floor and elevation plans, that's AZ, shall be submitted indicating the following. Per a field check of the site, it appears there is a door on the east elevation of the building. Update sheet A2 with this information. Condition number 3, the Planning Commission shall approve the alternative trash enclosure provided on the site measuring 22 feet 10 inches by 10 feet 6 inches in height and constructed with aluminum panels. Condition number 4, the following variance may need to be obtained from the Zoning Board of Appeals prior to the release of the site plan to the Building Division, and that is a use variance shall be obtained from the Zoning Board of Appeals to retain the storage shed building addition in the P parking district and the expansion of a legal nonconforming use, and that's Planet Oil change. If approved, the variance shall be added to the revised site plan. And finally, condition number 5, a performance bond in the amount of $450 be posted according to the estimated cost of $15,000 by the petitioner. There is a note, the planning staff believes that the proposed bond amount is too low given the fact that removal of the southwest driveway approach is part of the improvements. A new estimate shall be provided closer to $25,000, resulting in a bond in the amount of $1,000. So with that, Mr. Chair, the recommendation is submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Word.
And,
Chair?
Yes.
We have one comment that we want to correct the record. This is a case where we had comments a year ago and now recently for this plan. So the engineering comment that was read is actually, needs to be updated. It's in the back of the finding, but the sheet that was read off by the secretary was old. So the current comment, if you want me to read it, or it's in the back of the finding, it's, the engineering comment was preliminary review of the site indicates that the Planning Commission approval should be contingent upon the petitioner's compliance with the following condition, and it's the South Drive approach on Van Dyke should also be eliminated. So that was the current comment. The rest were very similar, just maybe minor wording different, but I just want to correct that comment that was received.
Thank you, Ms. Michelle.
You're welcome.
Thank you. First, I want to have a motion to recognize this as a minor amendment.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Support.
There was Motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Benecki. Roll call.
Commissioner Dujay, yes. Commissioner Benecki,
Yes.
Commissioner Hoag,
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Holvati,
Yes to approve.
and Commissioner Smith.
Yes, to approve. So it's been motion for a minor amendment has been approved. Now we need a motion for the project.
I'll make a motion that we approve the project.
I'll support that as well.
There's a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Benecki. We need to make an amendment to the motion for a bond that has been changed to $1,000. You need to add that as an amendment to the motion.
So moved.
You made it.
I made the motion.
See- Okay. Okay, very good. Any discussion? No discussion?
No
Student
discussion.
petitioner, can you come up a minute, please? Good evening. I went by and looked at the site and had a couple questions. There was some question on the height of the guardrail. It's on the one side and whether it needed to be retained or removed. I noticed it was averaging 20 inches to 2 foot on one side because the ground is not level all the way through there. And I noticed that it did need some repair. And the one post on the end was broken off. So if you're going to keep the guardrail, which I imagine you want to because it's going to keep cars from the parking lot from going over hitting your building. So I would suggest you maybe repair it where it needs repaired and maybe even paint it or whatever so it looks nice.
Absolutely.
Okay? The other thing is I noticed the shed that you added has the door on the east side, but the door doesn't have an entrance from the outside. So I'm guessing, correct me if I'm wrong, that you probably store the used oil in there until it's picked up and it can only be opened from the inside of the shed?
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, because that'd be the only reason to have the no handles on the outside because you're gonna open it on the inside to have whatever truck take the used oil away and then close it back. So there'd be no entrance from the outside.
There is no entrance from the outside, probably also for safety reasons.
Okay. But is that where they store the used oil?
Excuse me, can you repeat your question?
Is that where they store the used oil until it could be picked up?
Not sure if it's only used oil or also new barrels. If there is any need for explanation for every material stored in the shed, we would provide that.
Okay. Well, do you know what would be stored in there other than that?
To be honest, I don't have like a complete idea of every material stored there.
Okay, okay, very good. All right then. Any other discussion? Okay, I want to that was a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Benecki.
Yes.
Roll call.
Commissioner Dujay, yes. Commissioner Benecki.
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Holvati.
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Hoag.
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Smith.
Yes to approve with the inclusion of the amendment of the bond at $1,000 and also the correction at the end of the findings stating about the south driveway being removed.
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay. So roll call.
We just did.
Huh?
We just did.
Oh, so you don't want to do it again?
No.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good evening.
Thank
Good
you.
luck with your project.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to do that now? What do you mean?
We just finished number 8,
Right, right.
So now you're gonna put, right now, you're not putting the motion to amend the agenda.
Item number 9, bond release. I want to amend the amendment for the bond release to include the bond that was released under item number 6A. So, that bond was, one second, I gotta find it.
Motion to amend the bond release, 3,500. Amend the agenda for the bond release, 6A.
Do you have that, Commissioner Duzey?
Support.
Okay, and that amendment reads, Planning Commission currently retains the performance cash bond. An amount of $3,500 is guaranteed for site improvements. The $35 cash bond was posted in 1994 by the previous owner. Planning staff recommends releasing the bond, as the new owner will have a new bond for the current process.
Correct.
So therefore, the motion to amend the agenda is to go ahead and add that bond release to our agenda tonight. Okay, so, yeah, so we need a roll call on it.
Okay, we have a motion by Benecki, support by Duje, to amend the bond release to apply to 6A. Commissioner Benecki.
Yes.
Commissioner Duje, yes. Commissioner Holovati.
Yes.
Commissioner Hoag.
Yes.
And Commissioner Smith.
Yes, yes to approve.
Okay, we have 5 yea to approve the addition of the bond release, and now we need a motion to approve the release. I'll make a motion that we release the bond.
Support.
That's a motion by Commissioner Duzey, supported by Commissioner Benecki. All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Number 10, new business. Seeing none, citizen participation. Does anyone in the audience would like to come up and speak? State your name and address for the record. You'll have 3 minutes to speak. Seeing none, we'll go to item number 12, Planning Commission business.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ron Worth. It was a quick week, so not too many things to talk about. I gotta, if I can read my writing here. We had one discussion with a company called the Night Owl. It's a Night Owl. It's a restaurant, and discussion on that particular thing that'll be coming before us soon. Next, on the corner of Groesbeck and 8 Mile, there's a shopping center. I think right now it's Family Dollar. That's about the only thing that's there. It's a bunch of paved, everything's paved there. So anyway, these people want to change it to perhaps a multi-use of different things that would go in an M2. It's zoned, I believe it's, yeah, okay, C1, isn't it? Yeah. C1 on the corner, and they may get it, they'll have to get it rezoned to M2. I think that's possible. You have to look at the surrounding zoning. It's all M2 for the most part. So then they can do these multiple uses that they're thinking about. So that was a meeting we had. Then we had a meeting with the Historic District concerning the Historic District Commission. That's with Amanda, myself, Laura, and yeah, Michelle was there. She's always there. That's good. Anyway, so we talked about some new flow charts on how to operate our way through the Historic District Commission additions to their like the village district and making new districts and adding districts and all sorts of complicated work, so to speak. But the more flow charts and ways we have to show ourselves and to show the public how to get through things and how to even right on down to if somebody wants to replace some windows on a historic structure, they have to be done in a certain way, and there's a certain way to do that. It's all process generated. So we had quite a conversation about that and many other things that had to do with the Historic District Commission. That was Thursday. Friday, we again had a meeting regarding the zoning ordinance, reviewing it. And remind me, what's the date? The next date is it June 2nd? 12th, okay. So June 12th, we'll be back, and that's internal with various people concerned internally to continue that discussion with the zoning ordinance and see if we can make some traction, get some traction on this thing, because it's been taking a long time to review. And then Saturday, we had our review from the City Council. They commended us on the packet that we put together for the Planning Commission, and it goes to the City Administration, and this year we sent it to City Council, and they really thought it was great work, all right, to show them everything that Planning Commission does and what the Planning Department does for the Commission. So that worked out pretty well. There is, I think, the GIS planner that we were hoping for, not at this time. I think they're going to expand engineering with more GIS planners, and if we want something done, then we can go and ask for the help and line up, because I think there's going to be a lot of usage of GIS in the future once everyone discovers its use. When it comes to everything else, there weren't too many questions. They asked about the climate action plan and where that's going. They didn't say anything about the planning commissioners getting a raise from $75 per meeting to $100 per meeting. So, excuse me, I'll take a chance here. Usually if they don't say anything, then that's a good thing. They're not talking about it and they're not criticizing it. So I'm going to believe that by July 1st or July, you'll begin getting $100 per meeting. So with that, if you have any questions for the last week, let me know. I'll try to
Do you have
answer.
any questions for Mr. Worth?
Chair, okay, it was mentioned at the last meeting that is it starting next month that we'd be moving our meetings to the cafeteria? Or is that in May? I mean, I know that's May, but further on down the line or starting next month already? Sorry, that would be our next meeting.
May 11th.
And so this is our last meeting.
This is our last meeting here until sometime after September, because they're going to do some work on this auditorium and make it livable, so to speak.
And so you're able to...
I hope the lighting gets a little bit better for you
Yeah,
guys
that too.
up there.
And because you mentioned about working with the communications department and TV One or whoever about, showing up for the in live screening and everything.
Yeah. Yes.
You were able to work that out with them?
Well, with them, we're going to work, I don't know about working out things here. Mostly it's working out things in the cafeteria.
Right, that's what I
To
meant.
make sure it's as layout similar and microphones and that kind of thing, because it's been a little less than that in the past
I
when we've had to
remember one
use
meeting,
that.
we had to pass a microphone per person to person.
That's right. That's not too good, not very,
Hopefully it'll be better.
not very professional, so we'll try to get it as professional as possible.
Okay,
on that.
thank you.
So-
Thank you, Mr. Worth.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I have a concern.
Go ahead, Commissioner Hope.
Yes. I have a question to Mr. Director. Okay, we have approved a gas station, 12 in Dequindre. The old Rite Aid, the building is demolished already. And probably they are planning to, the start construction of the new gas station. And at the corner, 12 in Dequindre, there is a used car dealer, and there is no sidewalk. And we discussed when we approved the plan. So do you have any update? Because after the gas station will start, that area will be really busy. And this is a public safety concern. So what is the city's plan to do to reestablish
Well,
the sidewalk?
Okay, when you talk about it being busy and you're wondering about safety, I don't think it's gonna be any busier than when you had Rite Aid there with the amount of traffic that came in and came out and used the driveways that were there for Rite Aid. And then you have currently this car sales place right on the corner. And they're working that out in court. I believe the whole site will be with sheets in the end, all right? And as far as sidewalk along 12 Mile, I think the right-of-way will be corrected. It's not wide enough, and they'll go to the 60-foot width they're supposed to. So that'll line up the sidewalks that go across to Madison Heights at the intersection.
Mhm.
And the driveway will be completely redone on 12 Mile, landscaping the way it should be. And, but we believe the used car sales will go away, and that'll be more landscaping. But they'll amend their plan when that comes about. Right now, they'll be building behind it, the building itself, and that's gonna start very soon.
So the gas station is buying the car sale, the dealer, the place?
It's, I'm not gonna, I don't want to comment any more about that. That's in court, and there's ownership issues that
Okay.
go along with it. So they'll work it out.
So they will take over everything, and will be a new plan or anything? They will submit a new plan with the sidewalk, landscaping and everything, right? You see?
An amended plan,
Okay, amended plan.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
I think everyone will be pleased
And
with how that
one
corner will look.
One more thing is to the chairman. I have a concern with the chairman, because in the last meeting, I see the applicant side got more time than those are oppose the petitioner. So we should be like equal time to everyone.
What?
No, the people that come up for the public hearing get 3 minutes, okay? The petitioner gets more time because he's explaining what's going on. And the people supporting the petitioner make their comments. That's the reason the traffic guy got to say what he had to say, because he was explaining the changes that he made through the traffic study. So that allows more time, okay? But when the public are here for a public hearing, they get 3 minutes. Doesn't matter who they are, they get 3 minutes.
But they were interrupted before they finished their presentation.
Well, then they got 3 minutes, so they have to make sure that they get it in the 3 minutes.
Okay.
Okay? Anything else?
Thank you.
Any other questions for Mr. Worth?
No, thanks.
Taking questions, if there are any.
Seeing none, item 12B, Public Planning Commission discussion and concerns.
All right, thank you.
Any discussion and concerns?
No, thank you.
I'd like to welcome Candace Meyer, our attorney is set in for us tonight. And I want to thank the police officer for sitting in on our meeting tonight. And I also want to welcome Councilwoman McGee, who stepped in from her other meeting to be with us for a few minutes this evening. Seeing, item number 13, calendar pending matters, seeing none. Item number 14, motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second that motion.
There's a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Holowati. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Have a good evening, everyone.